what inspired me to create this body of work? Well, my life during the pandemic was really rough. And I started to, like many people, wonder and get scared about what's next, what was happening in the world. And I had a treasure chest of spiritual and self-care practices that I used in the past, but they weren't working. And even as a mindfulness practitioner, a wellness professional in her 50s at the time, I was lost. And so, writing in my journal, talking to sacred family like Garnet and others, and reaching out to my Thriving Mindfully community helped me get anchored, helped me slow myself down and ask some deep questions about what am I being called to feel, think, know, and do, and most importantly, be during this time. And a big part of my purpose and my mission is to live from a heart awareness, a heart-centered awareness, and to help others do that. That's what I call thriving mindfully. Heart-centered awareness that allows you to be present, well, and the real you, no matter what's happening in your life, no matter what changes you are experiencing, and recognizing that we will always experience change. And so this body of work was born out of, first I thought, a theme song for my podcast, and then it grew into more when I began to surrender and allow spirit and the ancestors, the loving, wise, and will ancestors, to speak through me. And so a couple of years went by and poetry emerged. And then in 2023, my mother Theresa made her transition. She ascended to ancestorhood on July 9th, and I was present. And that's when I made the decision to call Garnet and tell him, it's time. I'm ready to record the album. So I flew to London and we recorded the album in Bonafide Studio in London. And it was what I now know a part of my healing journey and grieving journey with losing my mom. And if you look in the back right here, let me point to the photo. This is my mother, Theresa, in the 70s with her afro. She was a teacher and a vice principal in a Catholic school system, and eventually a principal of a Catholic school, a member and a leader in our sorority, Sigma Gamma Rho sorority. She founded the gospel choir at St. Joseph's Catholic Church and became the liturgical director. And at the time of her ascension to ancestorhood, she had been in a leadership role in the church and as director of the gospel choir for 53 years. And so this album celebrates the person that my mother and my father, John, helped me become. It celebrates my journey during the pandemic and being able to surrender to spirit and live from my center. It celebrates my ancestors. And it also is an invitation to encourage you to be present well in the real you, to be soft with yourself, to live your life in a way that honors your highest and greatest good. So yeah.